Well, good morning, everyone. This morning's passage is Mark chapter number 12, verses 41 through 44. And it's going to be one of those tough subjects Christians today have problems with, really. There's two subjects that we tell God, you really need to back off and get out of my life. And that's one that the first one is our sexuality, how we go about it, what we believe about it. We tell God, you have to come up to our definition of these terms and the lines that we draw, morally speaking. And the other one is our finances, money, and giving. Jesus drew the disciples' attention to the treasury box that was in the temple courtyard. And he wanted them to watch as people gave, and people were watching as people they threw their bags of money, and some made a big show of it, some just kind of walked up, tossed it in, and walked away. And he pointed out this one person, a little older woman, who threw in what probably didn't even make a sound in the treasury box. It was just a couple of a little coin, maybe two. It would be the equivalent of someone putting in a penny today, really. It really had no significant value. And then he asked them a crazy question about who gave more. The people that threw in the bags out of their increase or their leftovers, or this little woman who put in really all that she had. I mean, in fact, this lady was giving by such faith that it says that she gave all of her living. And that doesn't mean her whole paycheck. That means everything she had to even buy food for the coming days. And so she had a mentality about giving that I love my Lord, I have to give him something. And this is all that I have, and this is all that I can give, but I'm going to give every bit of it, even though it might mean that if God doesn't come through, I'm going to be fasting this week. And I know that here in the United States, American Christians don't believe that God would ever want us to ever fast by necessity. That he would never allow us to ever have any lack. And so therefore we come to the conclusion that if I determine that I need the stuff that I have, that I don't have to give that week because God knows I'm coming up short. Well, the truth is most of us come up short because we live large. We live beyond our means. We live above our means. We have set for ourselves a status that we want to attain to. And because of that status that we demand that we live by, we have a demand of safety. We have a demand of quality. We have a demand of really abundance. And ultimately, all of that keeps us from giving. In fact, most American Christians today don't give much more than a $10 bill on the plate when it passes every once in a while. And that's only if they have time to be there. Well, under this COVID quarantine that we're dealing with right now, no one is going to the church. And so those that used to give a $10 bill are using that $10 bill to buy toilet paper, I guess. Some are using it on necessities. Some are using it on alternate means of entertainment and time-consuming things to make sure that they don't get bored. But ultimately, God looks at this idea of giving, and he wants us to get to the place where we're willing to give. I know no one wants to hear this. But the truth is that most of us, I'm going to put myself in this category. I don't think that we give in measure to the claim of our love for the Lord. In measure to our claim. We claim big things about our relationship with the Lord, but when it comes to our money, we are very careful about our money. So I want to encourage you to read through Mark chapter number 12, verses 41 through 44, and see if you don't come to the same conclusion as me, that giving is something that should be in the center of our lives. If Jesus is in the center, then giving should also be there, because giving is something that characterizes the very nature of our God. John 3:16 says that because God loved the world, the people in the world, he gave his only begotten Son. He didn't just give what he had left over. He gave his one-of-a-kind Son to be the payment for our sins. Let that resonate in your hearts today. Allow yourself to really consider that. Of course, giving at the church is down. I'm not concerned because I know the Lord can take care of us. But giving at the church does not need to be down if God's people are willing to give. And give in proportion to the blessing that the Lord has given us. And so I want you to be encouraged today that giving is a center part of our relationship with the Lord. It helps us meet other people's needs. It helps us keep the church property maintained and growing and going. And it also gives us, I think more importantly, an avenue of giving back to the Lord at all times. The Lord promises to bless those who will do it. So I want to encourage you with that today. Be blessed. Enjoy a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to a great service tomorrow at 10:15 live, and I hope that you'll tune in. Have a great day.